Yeah, it's me. I have all of your favorites. And where do you see the spot I found? Near an old orchard near Luther's Corners. We can pick apples. There's a pond, so you might want to bring a swimsuit.
Ben?
Don't worry, I'm not going to wear you out. Brought a blanket. You can take a little nap. After you wake up under the tree, we can start planning the wedding. How you feel about jazz? I was thinking a little jazz might be nice for the reception.
Ben, I can't.
Okay, that's fine. We can keep it simple. You want a guitar?
Ben, stop it. You remember earlier you asked, you were giving me a chance to reconsider?
Right, yeah. And before I left, we had said we were going to start making lists for the wedding. Well, in the end, hey, trust me. This is right. I know what's right. When you've been alone as long as I have, and when you've seen people die... You know why I adopted Curtis? Because life is about family, and it's about loving someone.
You're right about it being about family and loving someone. But I have to be honest with you before it's too late. I almost died. And I don't know how other survivors deal with something like that. I can't ignore what I'm feeling inside me anymore. Everything is telling me that this isn't right for me. I can't marry you, Ben.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Ma'am?
Yes. Of course I do.
You may proceed, Miss Griffin.
Margot.
What are you doing?
I need to talk to you.
This is not the time or the place.
Well, I have proof that your brother may not have done this thing, so we can do this now or we can do this later. But if I were you,
I'd like to thank Barbara Ryan for agreeing to testify today. She's only recently awakened from a coma that she was in for several weeks as a result of a bomb exploding in her face at a boathouse outside of town. I'm sure we'll understand if you need to rest or stop at any time, Miss Ryan.
Thank you.
Craig Montgomery, who stands accused of trying to kill you, is he your husband?
Yes. A technicality, but yes.
When you accepted his proposal of marriage, how did your family, your friends, your business acquaintances, how did they react?
They were very unhappy. They didn't trust him.
Did you discuss this with Mr. Montgomery?
Yes. I asked him to sign a prenuptial agreement.
A prenuptial agreement. Would you consider yourself a wealthy woman?
I've worked very hard. I own Barbara Ryan Originals, a successful fashion house. I have diversified investments, real estate, stock. I've been very fortunate financially.
And what were the terms of this prenuptial agreement?
And if Mr. Montgomery and I divorced, neither would hold a claim to the other's holdings.
And he agreed to this, knowing that in the event of divorce, he'd be unable to touch your money?
He was offended that I would suggest such a document.
But aren't prenuptial agreements standard for a person in your circumstances?
They're quite common. He said it meant that I didn't trust him. I told him it would mean a great deal to my family, that perhaps they would accept that he loved me and not my money. And so he signed it.
And you were married?
Yes.
Would you say it was a happy marriage?
No. They were right. They were all right. I gave him money. I gave him a joint checking account, but it wasn't enough. He built millions from my corporate account. My son called me.
Your son, Paul Ryan, who manages your corporation.
Yes. Paul called from Paris to warn me that we were running low on funds. And so I confronted Greg. He was proud that he had stolen my money to buy worldwide stock.
And what did you do, Ms. Ryan, when you realized your fears, everyone's fears, were justified?
I told him he had to do whatever it took to replace the funds, or I would go to the police. And the marriage was over.
So you and Mr. Montgomery would divorce?
Yes.
So the defendant knew that the joint checking account, the luxurious life that you helped provide, all of that would end with divorce?
Yes. He signed. He knew.
Ms. Ryan, you confronted the defendant with the fact that you knew he was stealing from you. Then what did you do?
I was very upset. I was confused. I knew I wanted to do the right thing morally, legally. So I called Jack Snyder.
Detective Snyder, who testified earlier?
Yes. I told him I wanted to see him. He said I should meet him at the boathouse. I was very embarrassed. I wanted some privacy.
Miss Ryan, why didn't you give your husband a chance to pay you back?
Because when I had confronted him earlier, he was so angry.
And you were afraid to confront him again?
Objection. Counsel is leading the witness.
I'll rephrase. Ms. Ryan, after your angry confrontation with your husband, how did you feel about him?
What kind of person takes everything and shows no remorse? I didn't know who he was. I had no idea who he was or what he would do next, except do everything he could to escape being brought to justice. And I was scared.
So you asked Detective Snyder to meet you at the boathouse. What happened? Please tell the jury.
I was early. Jack, Detective Snyder, had not arrived yet. So I stood outside and I thought about what a mess I have made of my life. And it got chilly. And I moved in. And he was there. Craig, waiting for me.
It wasn't Craig. Listen, I know your brother. The guy in my office, it wasn't his height, wasn't his weight.
Right.
I really
wasn't
appreciate
his
that
blood type.
Because I was able to stab the guy with my scissors.
We had some blood work done.
Did you? He had a major antipsychotic drug in his bloodstream. Now, your brother is a lot of things, but psychotic ain't one of them.
It's starting to add up. Nancy had a bunch of books checked out of the library for several patients over at Oakdale Memorial.
What, how to build a bomb in 3 easy lessons, Hal?
Think about it, Margot. You've got a psychiatric patient on antipsychotic drugs. He's got access to Barbara at the hospital. He's got access to Emily's car, to books on bombs.
An outpatient, Margot. He follows me home, followed me to my office.
And he plants a bomb in the boathouse.
It's not Craig, Margot. It's some nut job who likes to read about blowing things up.
As the World Turns is sponsored by Blockbuster. Enjoy your summer nights with Blockbuster, bringing entertainment home all summer long.
Russell, don't set the blade too low.
Okay.
Had a long summer day. Make up for it with a Blockbuster night. Enjoy your summer nights with one of these DVDs coming to Blockbuster this August. 3,000 Miles to Graceland, Enemy at the Gates, 15 Minutes, and Hannibal. Rent them on DVD at Blockbuster, bringing entertainment home all summer long.
When Annie came home from school with head lice, we were horrified. Then I found Rid Mousse.
Only Rid Mousse has a no-drip foam that kills lice completely and leaves no chemical residue.
Lights are gone. Everyone's happy.
Rid Mousse. Nothing is more effective.
Reporting a major development for babies everywhere. Huggies Ultra Trim have a new custom leak lock system for improved protection. Now Huggies diapers help laid-back babies by absorbing more evenly. While little hustlers stay on their feet with extra protection where they need it most. And experienced movers and shakers keep on going thanks to improved leg guards. Now more than ever, the big news is better leakage protection with Huggies Ultra Trim.
Comfort. It's what makes your baby happy. That's why there's Carnation Good Start, the only routine formula whose proteins are broken down to be easy to digest. They're called comfort proteins, and only Good Start has them. Carnation Good Start from Nestle.
Waiting for menopause to worry about the risk of osteoporosis? If you're past 40, you're losing bone mass now. Take Oscal, the calcium supplement. Proven effective in more clinical studies. I call it my osteoporosis insurance. Don't take chances, take Oscal.
Meet Mark. Mark marks. Mark's mom, Peg, pledges. Pledge removes marker marks. Pledge stops crayon marks. Pledge gets very high marks everywhere Mark marks. Pledge cleans, conditions, and protects from a world full of marks.
Dealing with angst as your kid goes off to camp. Tomorrow on The Early Show.
He made us laugh in the movies. Now, Daniel Stern comes to CBS.
You can't even touch the rim.
That's not because I'm old. That's because I'm Jewish.
Danny, CBS Friday this fall.
You, whoa.
Ben.
This is not
Ben.
right. Just this morning, I was here. We talked about this. How your father and I broke every rule in the book to treat you in secret, but I didn't want that to interfere with our relationship.
I know.
That's why I gave you an out. But you didn't take it. You looked me in the eye, and you wanted to marry me. So call me crazy, but what you're saying right now, it's not making any sense to me.
It's my fault. I think I was just confusing the closeness that you and I had with something else. I mean, Ben, you are a wonderful man. You're a really good person, and I enjoyed spending time with you. I guess there's no reason except the only reason. I can't marry you because I should, or because you want me, or because we both deserve to be happy. It won't work.
Here. We deserve to be happy, but no thanks.
Please don't put it that way.
Why not? That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Look, it all happened so fast. I'm just trying to explain.
No, you don't have to explain anything. It's obvious. I asked you to marry me. You said yes. Okay, let's not forget, you said yes. Okay, I didn't put a gun to your head. You're a mature, intelligent, I thought independent woman. He said yes. And then your father had a chance to work on you.
Wait, my dad has nothing to do
Come on,
with
he tried to do the same thing to me, Leanne. He's got you thinking the way you feel for me is gratitude or guilt or something.
What I feel for you is friendship and deep admiration and affection. But it's not enough.
I need that list back. The one I gave you of library books checked out by patients.
We find the patient who likes to read the kind of books we're looking for.
He's on Thorazine.
We got a nut job.
Whoa, no, wait a minute. Whoa.
It's a start.
You got this blood work done at the PD lab?
It was being done anyway. Emily was attacked. People were following up.
But you got the report released to you.
I still have friends on the force.
You have been fired, Hal. You shouldn't be anywhere near that lab. You rendered this report inadmissible.
Oh, who cares? You can prove Craig is innocent. You can build any kind of case you want against this nut job.
Oh, great. That's a great idea. The acting chief, who just happens to be the defendant's sister, violates every rule in the book.
You didn't violate him. I violated him.
And when our real perp walks because we have hopelessly compromised the case.
Oh, come on, Margot. If you weren't afraid people would say you were grabbing at another suspect just to get the heat off your brother, you'd be all over this evidence, and you know it.
You will never forgive yourself if you don't follow up on this.
And you can link this library book reading psychotic to Barbara's attack.
Just give me the list before this guy strikes again, Margot.
Okay, wait, what just happened here?
She's gonna think about it. Come on.
Miss Ryan, you saw the defendant, Craig Montgomery, inside the boathouse.
Yes.
And you asked him what he was doing there?
No. I honestly don't remember what I said. But I saw him. He was there. And then the sun came crashing through the roof. And the sound like thunder. And heat everywhere. And knives. I guess it was the glass. And I was in flames. And my face. And I couldn't get out. And I thought, my God, I'm going to die here. I'm going to die here. It was dark. Forever. And then I heard a voice. My son's voice. Paul. I heard you, Paul. I knew you were there. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. I was trapped in the dark. But I heard your voice. And Jennifer, and Hal, and then I woke up.
Thank you, Miss Ryan. I know how difficult that was for you. Would you like to take a break?
Let's finish this.
Then that's what we'll do. Miss Ryan, since you've recovered, you've learned that while you were in a coma fighting for your life, Craig Montgomery took control of your company. Is that true?
He made his whore the designer.
Objection. Witness is misrepresenting.
We'll rephrase. Ms. Ryan, is it true that when you came out of the coma, you found out that your husband had intentions of putting the woman who used to live in his suite in charge of design at your company?
Yes.
So after he stole your money and put you in a coma, he tried to replace you with the woman he was living with before he married you.
Objection. Counsel is making inaccurate conclusions.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
She's been through a lot. Look at the jury, Craig. She's done a lot of damage. I have no choice. I've got to go after her.
Just because you're strong doesn't mean you can't be gentle. That's also true of Imodium AD. Gentler than you thought, effective as you think.
Bonnie's toothpaste stopped fighting plaque before her first cup of coffee. Clark's won't make it past his donut. You see, most toothpaste can't fight plaque after you eat or drink, when teeth become more vulnerable to bacteria. But Colgate Total is different. Its patented combination of ingredients attach to teeth to protect for 12 hours, even after eating and drinking. Aren't you glad you used Colgate Total? Colgate Total, 12-hour protection.
Millions of children around the world lack vitamin A in their daily diets. Millions go blind because of it. Many die. But thanks to biotechnology, a new kind of rice could reduce the suffering of children. It's called golden rice. It will contain beta-carotene, a source of vitamin A. It could prevent blindness and infection in millions of the world's children. Golden rice is one way that biotechnology could someday help make food better and people healthier.
It's allergy season again. Where should you turn for relief? Benadryl? Or the leading prescription? It may surprise you to know, medical studies prove histamine-blocking Benadryl to be a full 54% more effective than the leading prescription. 54% more effective at relieving even your worst allergy symptoms like runny noses. It's a real eye-opener, isn't it? Benadryl, proven 54% more effective.
To save summer vacation, the teachers and the kids unite.
Bullseye!
In the movie critics call a delightful family film.
Bingo.
Disney's Recess School's Out rated G. Now available on video and Disney DVD.
What are you doing?
Laundry.
Laundry?
But I'm glad you're up. I've been waiting to vacuum. Breakfast. I'll pick up your tray when I get back from the market.
But it's Sunday. Aren't you going to lay around and watch football all day?
Not if I'm going to finish that roast in time for dinner.
Somebody had their Minute Maid this morning. It only takes a minute, but the feeling lasts all day.
Honey, what's the setting for chiffon?
So I'm not enough.
No. What I feel for you isn't enough. Ben, look around you. Divorces and broken families. I don't want that, and neither do you.
So you don't want to marry me because you're afraid we'll get divorced?
No, I feel like you're trying to argue me into something.
No, I feel like you're trying to argue your way out of something, out of us being happy together.
I'm just trying to explain a decision that I made on instinct, and I'm sorry, I'm just not making any sense.
You want to explain something? Explain to me why I'm not enough. Explain what more do you want? I'm not enough because I don't cheat. I don't lie. I don't hit you. Am I too simple because I want a decent life for us?
Please don't make this be about you.
Come on, it's got to be about me. I'm a doctor. I'm a good man. But I got to go out and adopt a kid to get one. Don't get me wrong. I love Curtis. That's not what I'm saying. God Almighty, give me an answer because I give up.
Please don't. Don't. You're doing everything right. But I'm just the wrong person.
No.
No, maybe it was circumstances. I mean, I had just recovered and you and I were just starting to spend time together and you kind of ambushed me at the party. You took a pretty big risk asking me to marry you in front of all those people, in front of my family, and without knowing how I would respond. Maybe if we'd taken it a little slower.
Stop it! This is not my fault.
So, Ms. Ryan, you flew to the Dominican Republic for a divorce. You wanted to free yourself from your previous marriage. Why? As I understand things, Craig hadn't yet proposed to you.
He flew down the next day and asked me to marry him.
Oh, so your plan worked. You've already stated for the record that you asked Craig to sign a prenuptial agreement and that he willingly did so.
Yes, but
Money was always an issue, wasn't it, Ms. Ryan? In fact, wasn't it one of the reasons why you left your previous husband? You were unable to enjoy the money that you had made?
there were other issues.
You wanted to enjoy what you felt you deserved, didn't you? You wanted a luxurious life?
I earned it.
You'd certainly worked very hard for it, yes. However, under your son Paul's management, it does appear that that your profit margin at BRO was shrinking.
That's not accurate. We were having difficulties with some manufacturers.
You always relied on your son, didn't you? You still do.
Yes, I do.
And was Craig aware of the fact that you had this desire for a luxurious lifestyle?
He promised me a certain lifestyle.
So when he found out that your company was in trouble and took steps to improve the bottom line...
That's not what happened. He stole corporate funds.
He invested your money, quadrupling it. Isn't that what really happened? He increased your net profit, your net worth, by a factor of 4?
I didn't give you permission.
Permission? I see. You stated that after the explosion that night, your first memory was of darkness. Now, Ms. Ryan, according to your doctors, was this darkness you experienced psychological or physiological?
My problems were not psychological. I had a concussion, that's all.
We're all very thankful that you're back to your old self again. Do you recall what you were wearing that night of the accident, Ms. Ryan? Maybe this will help. You attended a memorial service for your friend, so were you wearing something black?
Whatever I wore was burned, and they threw it out at the hospital.
What route did you take when you drove out to the boathouse, Ms. Ryan? Was it a highway, a back road?
What difference does it
Your
make?
Honor?
Answer the question, Ms. Ryan.
The highway.
The highway? Are you quite sure? Because, yes, your car was found parked on Spring Road, not in the lot near the highway.
Then I took Spring Road.
You told Ms. Griffin that you didn't remember speaking to Craig that night, and yet your friend, Detective Jack Snyder, clearly remembers hearing you speak to someone.
And 2 seconds later, the bomb exploded.
It was very traumatic, and anyone would understand why your memory might be a little sketchy. In fact, you don't remember much of anything that night, do you, Ms. Ryan?
Objection!
Your Honor, the prosecution's case is based on Ms. Ryan's memory, and yet she cannot remember the clothes she wore that night, the route she took to the boathouse, the words Detective Snyder heard her speak. Are we to believe that she has a crystal clear memory of a 2-second glimpse of a man in the shadows?
He was there!
Your Honor,
Miss Griffin, please control your witness.
He was there! It doesn't matter about the road or my clothes. All that matters is this, what he did to me!
I've always been a fighter, and I don't like to lose. So when I found out I could lose up to 25% of my bone due to menopause, you bet I was gonna fight back. I had a strong ally who prescribed Actonel, our weapon. Actonel can reverse bone loss and helps your bones become more fracture resistant. Only Actonel is proven to reduce spinal fractures in the very first year.
Actonel is a non-hormonal prescription medicine for postmenopausal women at risk for osteoporosis. You should not take Actonel if you have low blood calcium, severe kidney disease, or cannot sit or stand for 30 minutes. Follow dosing instructions carefully. Stop taking Actonel and tell your doctor if you experience difficult or painful swallowing, chest pain, or severe or continuing heartburn, as these may be signs of serious upper digestive problems. Find out if you're at risk for osteoporosis. Then ask your doctor if Actonel is right for you.
By this time next year, you can have more fracture-resistant bones. Act now with Actonel.
Mom, it's cartoon stars for little kids.
Kids, they can't wait to grow up. Looks like he's ready for this.
Kids love new Chef Boyardee Mini Bites ravioli and meatballs. Sized just right, but loaded with big ravioli taste. Mini Bites from Chef Boyardee.
Wait a minute, not on colors.
But look at this stain.
You need Clorox too.
That's me. What Clorox bleach does for whites, I do for colors. Cool. Thanks.
That's my Clorox too.
Clorox 2, the Clorox bleach for colors.
This mess calls for brawny. Okay, Brawny, do your thing.
Only Brawny paper towels have scrubbing circles for scrubbing strength, and its tight weave construction packs fibers extra tight, so it's extra strong.
I'll never get used to this.
Brawny, it might be too strong.
Thousands of drivers are saving money by switching to Geico Auto Insurance. I'm here with one of them.
Hello.
You don't want your identity revealed. Why?
If word got out I saved so much, people would be hitting me up for money all the time.
Ah.
You through with the milk?
Sure, of course.
I have to be careful.
Geico Direct. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
For generations, they lived off the sea.
Fishing is what we do.
Until now.
He wants us to sell out.
Sharon Lawrence and Richard Kiley in his final performance, Blue Moon, CBS Sunday.
Senator Elliot Baines doesn't have a perfect relationship with his family.
There's just no escaping being your daughter, is there?
But this fall, he'll get a second chance. From the executive producer of ER and The West Wing, Citizen Baines, CBS Saturday this fall. And for a preview of all the new CBS shows, log on to CBS.com.
I drive a Mercedes. I own a few homes. It's all about money.
It's all about why he repossessed the car.
I deal in cash.
I deal in justice.
Judge Judy.
Today at 4 on CBS 2.
Ouch. Still have that toothache, huh? We know how that feels, and we know what you need. We're Western Dental. Our licensed dentists have been caring for people's teeth for over 50 years. So come on in, let us help you. We're really affordable, and we can work out an easy payment plan, as low as $25 a month with no interest. We accept Dentical, and if you have insurance, you may not pay anything. So call us at 1-800-6-DENTAL and relax. We'll take good care of you.
The chivalry and romance of the 11th century. A feast. A tournament of skill. Experience the 11th century in the 21st century. Medieval times, dinner and tournament.
Tom and Nicole reuniting what may bring them together tonight at 5.
Kelly McGillis.
You've been cloning human beings!
Jason Gedrick, the third twin, CBS Wednesday.
To me. Look what he's done to me. He signed the prenup. He had to kill me. That was the only way he could get what he wanted, my money. Because that's all that he wanted, my money. And her. He wanted her.
Your Honor, please. It's Griffin, if you can't
Look what you've done. You destroyed me. You will go to jail for the rest of your life, Craig. I will make you pay. Mom, stop. Jennifer. Let me take you home. Get her out. She can't see me like this. Make her go away. No.
Okay.
No. Get her out of here.
Jennifer, you have to understand that she's very upset.
He destroyed her.
She'll find a way to live with what's happened.
No, she won't. She might as well be dead.
I'll take her back to my place.
Okay. I'll see you later.
There isn't a jury in the world that will acquit after seeing that.
We'll see.
You didn't believe what Barbara said, did you? About Craig's motives for marrying her, that he and I had some kind of pact?
No.
No, listen, you just tell the truth, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I gotta go check in.
Hey, you okay? Yeah, well, it's not my favorite way to spend an afternoon.
Oh, I know.
Or Barbara, huh?
At least we know there are no pictures, right?
Hmm?
Of that kiss that you got from the groom on his wedding day?
So if I hadn't ambushed you with a proposal, if I'd have given you, what, 2 years, 3 years, more time to think about it, if I'd have asked you in private, you'd have said what?
Ben, I'm really sorry.
It's really not enough.
I know I've made some mistakes here, but they were honest mistakes. I never set out to hurt you or to mislead you. I liked you a lot. We were friends. And okay, so you couldn't help how you were feeling about me. And despite other people's advice, Isaac's, my father's, they were all telling you to slow down. You went ahead and did what you wanted to do anyway. And okay, I flip-flopped. I was confused. And you didn't like my answer. But I don't see how that suddenly makes me the enemy.
I don't want it.
What are you going to tell Curtis?
I'll think of something, don't worry.
You're angry, and I accept that. But please just don't take your anger to Curtis. If you ever trusted me, respected me, you let me talk to him. It's not his fault. Can we at least agree on that? So you let me talk to him? Tell him that even though things didn't turn out the way we expected, that, I'd still like to be his friend?
Talk to him first.
Thank you.
Hey, Ben. Didn't hear you come in.
It's over.
How do you give your teeth that professional clean feeling? Introducing the new Power Brush from Reach. Its unique circular head is designed to clean hard-to-reach places, just like a dental instrument. New Power Brush from Reach. No tooth can hide.
If I look happy, it's because I've got a super night's sleep in my Craftmatic Monaco adjustable bed. I'm also delighted because of the free TV I received. You can get a free 25-inch color TV with the purchase of any Monaco adjustable bed, too. Just call toll-free to receive this free TV certificate by mail. Monaco adjustable beds set a new standard in bedroom luxury. Their fabulous features include this quality, high-density foam mattress, a wireless remote to adjust head and feet, and control the dual variable speed built-in massage. Plus, there's warm, comforting, therapeutic heat. To get your free TV with the Craftmatic Monaco of your choice, just call toll-free. There's no obligation, so don't delay. Call to have your free 25-inch color TV certificate and complete details about Monaco mailed to you right away.
Call toll-free 1-800-219-7800. That's 1-800-219-7800. Toll-free 1-800-219-7800.
1 hour. And I urge you, be on time.
Urge?
She's got the urge. She'd rather burn in the shower for another half an hour. Natural mentality. She's got the urge.
Ninth floor, body wash.
Hey, this is where we get off.
By the time they reach 40, something like 40% will already have visibly thinning hair, which wouldn't be such a big deal.
Except we're women.
30 million of us with hereditary hair loss. Shocked? So were we. Helpless? No, we're not.
Because now we know there's Rogaine. Rogaine is stronger than heredity.
Rogaine can help us keep the hair we've got.
Rogaine can regrow the hair we've lost.
So when you realize the hair on the bathroom floor isn't your husband's, remember,
there's hope, there's help, there's Rogaine.
What will it take for you to talk to your doctor about Zocor? Zocor, be there.
Wednesday on 60 Minutes 2. Would you eat food that's been genetically engineered? You may have no choice. Find out what they've done to our food. Wednesday at 8, 7 Central.
The following promo is rated E for families everywhere. The year's best shows and specials are honored by some of TV's biggest stars.
Family TV rocks, so keep watching.
Don't miss special guest Jenna Rollins, plus performances by LFO, and superstar hosts Clint Black and Lisa Hartman Black. The Family Television Awards, CBS Friday.
Look, your mom was obviously freaked out.
She talked to Paul. Why couldn't she talk to me? All I wanted to do was comfort her.
She couldn't take it in, not in front of all those people.
She's all alone in the hospital, and she still won't see me. She barely even talks to me on the phone.
You know, when my parents were going through their breakup, it was really tough on my mom. She didn't want to hurt the kids, so she sent Lucy off to school and me back here.
I just miss her.
I know. I know. Are you gonna let me take care of you? I really want you to move in here. I know I can make things better. What do you say?
Jack's taking the lab report.
Yeah, let's hope Margot didn't tell him to throw it away.
She wouldn't do that. Cass scored some points. She's hopeful. She just needs to distance herself.
Listen, how Barbara's a strong woman. She's gonna make it through this.
She won't see Jennifer. She won't see me, and yet she pulls that veil off in front of a court full of people. I just hope she's strong enough to get through the rest of this. Winthrop's gonna go after her, and it's not gonna be pretty.
It's grounds for mistrial. If not now in the appeal, I'll get the remarks stricken.
You know, you can hire any number of glib lawyers. It doesn't matter, because we know the truth.
Lucinda, do we have
always
to do
thought,
this?
You have always thought that you were so damn smart, raiding companies, manipulating stock, embezzling. Well, with any justice, you're going to end up where you belong in a cell. And I personally hope that your cellmate is an even sicker person than you are.
Mother, Emily Stewart is hovering in unless you want to be on the cover of her page.
Oh, I don't mind.
Cass.
Fine.
How are you holding up?
Barbara's not in very good shape.
I can imagine.
She's not going to survive this. You know, I don't care how much plastic surgery, how much soul searching she does. She's done.
I wouldn't count her out. Not yet.
Well, I'm not going to ruin her. I can't.
And let
I
me
don't
tell
care
you
what it
something.
costs me.
If your client sets 1 foot across the
I'm gonna
threshold
rescue
worldwide,
Cass.
we're going to be in trouble. All right?
Don't even look at me.
She's been hurt enough, Carly.
Trust me, she's gotten off a few rounds.
Well, I just hope there's no more surprises from anybody.
Unfortunately, your secrets are my secrets. Honey, is there anything I can get for you?
I just want to be alone. Thank you.
Okay. What do you think?
This isn't over.
Cass is going to want to cross-examine her some more.
I don't believe it after all she's been through.
The court will come to order.
No mistrial, but she did herself a lot of damage with that display. I have to go after her credibility.
No.
Craig, we have no choice. She's an eyewitness. I have to discredit her.
No more. Did you do this to her? Did you scar her face? No.
Then let me fight for you.
Let her go.
Mr. Winthrop.
Due to the unusual circumstances, witness's obvious distress, we have no further questions at this time.
Order! 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 Miss Griffin, anything further for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
The witness is excused. The witness's extemporaneous remarks during the earlier session will be stricken from the record. The jury is further instructed to disregard these remarks in their entirety. They are not part of the record. The jury is further admonished not to discuss these remarks, refer to them in any way, or include them in any future deliberations.
Barbara, I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Go to hell.
You know when you're not feeling like yourself. You're tired all the time. You may feel sad, hopeless, and lose interest in things you once loved. You may feel anxious, can't even sleep. Your daily activities and relationships suffer. You know when you just don't feel right. Now here's something you may not know. These are some symptoms of depression, a serious medical condition affecting over 20 million Americans. While the cause is unknown, depression may be related to an imbalance of naturally occurring chemicals between nerve cells in the brain. Zoloft, a prescription medicine, works to correct this imbalance. When you know more about what's wrong, you can help make it right. Only your doctor can diagnose depression. Zoloft is not for everyone. People taking medicines called MAOI shouldn't take Zoloft. Side effects may include dry mouth, insomnia, sexual side effects, diarrhea, nausea, and sleepiness. Zoloft is not habit-forming. Talk to your doctor about Zoloft, the #1 prescribed brand of its kind. Zoloft. When you know more about what's wrong, you can help make it right.
What a time to need a pad. Kara says, a pad? Here? Do you want the whole world to know? So she slips me a Playtex Portables. Full-size protection in the palm of your hand. Playtex Portables. So discreet and so comfortable you can't even feel them.
Tomorrow, Spy Kids Special Edition is coming to theaters with never-before-seen footage.
Don't touch it. It might think you're an oversized guppy and gobble you up.
Spy Kids Special Edition, rated PG. Only in theaters tomorrow.
I'm taking control. I'm taking control.
Ask your doctor if Meridia is right for you, or call 1-888-4-MERIDIA.
I'm taking control. Are you?
Stopped fighting plaque before her first cup of coffee. But Colgate Total is different. It protects for 12 hours, even after eating and drinking. Aren't you glad you used Colgate Total? Colgate Total, 12-hour protection.
Will is all alone.
My God, no!
Now that his buddy Mike has been evicted, and to stay in the game, he's cozying up to his arch enemies.
I have absolute hatred for Hardy, and Nicole is a raging psycho.
But is he just setting them up?
I'm definitely going to kill them with kindness, and then stab them both in the back.
All new Big Brother at a new time, 9/8 Central, CBS tonight.
I didn't realize how much it meant to him. I mean, above and beyond me. He wanted a wife and a family. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's great, but it's just...
Not for you. At least not with him, and that's okay. It's okay.
He's such a good man. I hope that he and I one day can be friends.
Ben has had his share of disappointments, and I think he's probably going to take this pretty hard.
Which is why I think the kindest thing that I can do is, stay out of his way. Yeah?
Okay.
Dad, it's really meant a lot to me, working with you and being here.
I know you don't want to let your old man down. But you need to take that job in Washington. For a lot of reasons. Most of them good. But you need to do it.
How come you know everything?
Because I'm your dad.
If you don't like it here, we can move someplace else. Someplace where there won't be anything to bring you down.
It's just that I thought my mom would need me when she left the hospital. She'd want me to take care of her. But, she's moving with Paul. She's finalizing the sale of the house to my dad instead of keeping it and moving back in with us. I feel like I'm losing my entire life all over again.
So let's start over right now, you and me.
I'm so glad you're here.
So what do you think? You move in today?
As soon as I possibly can.
Dr. Max, extension.
Oh, here, let me get that.
Get him out of there! Get him out!
You come near my mother again, I will have you jailed for harassment. You got me? Come on, pal.
Ooh, man.
Or I slip and break your nose. Yeah. What are you gonna do, man?
Oh, he's gone. Are you okay?
Please. Please. You were right. I never should have gone into that courtroom. I should have stayed here and testified on tape.
Oh, Mommy, you did just fine. And you never have to go through anything like that ever again.
Promise. I'll stay right here. Where it's safe. With you, Paul.
From now on, you don't have to see anybody that you don't want to see. You want to promise you can take that one to the bank?
Remember, okay, when they call you...
Which is going to happen any minute.
Right, keep it short. Don't add anything, don't try to explain, don't try to defend yourself. Just yes, no, and get out of there, okay?
Court will recess until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
No. I want to get this over with.
Look on the bright side. At least you can go home and relax and try to think about what they could ask you.
Right. And stay up all night driving myself crazy.
What's the word?
Thought you weren't going to push this. Jack is pursuing it. He's following channels. He's getting the hospital to release records. He's cross-referencing the lists.
Thanks.
Pal, I really hope you're right. I really do.
You tied my hands today. Judging by the jury, you still got a chance.
So, where are we? Surprised. I would never have taken your brother for a humanitarian.
He couldn't stand it any more than anybody else.
Well, Barbara may have done herself more harm than good. We'll see.
Got anything left?
I always have something left.